Hey, you want to see this poem I'm writing for English class? I hate poetry. I don't have a doorbell. People coming up to my door. Who are you?
I'm Poetry Man. I heard someone talking smack about poetry in here.
Stop ringing my non-existent doorbell. What does this guy want again? What?
Hey, I just want to show you why poetry matters, man.
If you show me all about poetry, will you leave after?
I mean, of course.
By all means, come on in.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Alright, Poetry Man, what do you have for me?
Alright, so I just want to show you that poetry can really impact our mindsets and the way that we view certain things in life. So if we take this poem, for example, let's take a look at Pears Unstolen by Betsy Scholl.
Out of everything she could write about, she chose to write about pears. Come on, Betsy, you could do better.
No, it's not just about pears. This poem has a deeper meaning.
Alright, then where is this deeper meaning?
The author uses pears to represent change. The poem starts out with the narrator admiring the pears as they walk by, but towards the end of the poem, the pears eventually fall off the tree and rot. But that's the way it goes.
Oh, I see. The narrator's accepting how things change, and they use pears to convey that idea.
See? Poetry just made you think of something in a different way.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to think about this every time I see a pear now.
Exactly.
Okay, but that was just one poem. You're gonna need to show me more than that.
You're real pushy, you know. Alright, well, don't fear, because I have 2 more examples to show you.
Very specific number. So, you said you had more examples?
Of course I do. This next poem is called Upon the Burning of Our House by Anne Bradstreet. It's a poem about someone's possessions and home being burned up in a house fire.
That's pretty dark.
Anne gave personality and a soul to every item in the house and the house itself. At the end of the poem, she says, "My hope and treasure lies above."
Okay, that's a little weird. Why did she do that?
Geez, I was getting to that. You're so impatient. Anyway, it shows that all these items mean a lot to her. Losing them mean a lot to her, and she hopes that she'll be able to see them again sometime.
I never really thought about that. Now I'm going to have to think about this poem whenever I see inanimate objects.
Yeah. Sure.
Oh, that was actually pretty impressive. I'd never thought about poetry like that before.
I know, right?
What else you have for me?
Well, I have one more example to show you, like I said. So let's look at that right now. What I've got here is evidence to prove once and for all that poetry does in fact matter.
Finally, it's almost over. What is it?
The rhythm and sound of poetry can actually help kids understand written language when they're trying to read and write in school.
Really? Now that you mention it, those cute poems I wrote in elementary school did help me improve my writing a little bit.
Which is exactly why it's important. See what I told you? Poetry can really open up your mind and view things in today's world differently.
I used to think poetry was just there to ask you stupid questions on the Regents, but poetry is actually pretty cool. Opens my mind. Now hold your end of the bargain and get the heck out.